Um, I'm not even sure why I'm videoing this, but today is, I think, January the 4th, 2024. And I just watched Tab's birthday thing. It said, "Happy birthday, Tab." She turned 45. Well, when you add 45 up, it's 9. 9 means new life, right? So she's entering a new life spiritually as well as physically. And what really triggered me was her My Buddy dog, because I had one. I had a My Buddy, and I said, she and I are so similar. She's an Aquarius, I'm an Aquarius. We're very creative and colorful, and we love people. Like, we love people. There's no way to explain it. It's just what it is. Our heart is so big. And so I'm so proud of her, but I was looking at what she said to her little self. And I had to sit back, and I was like, man, I don't know the last time I saw my little self. Like, and then the other day, my daughter was sitting in the back, and she was like, "Mommy, you wrote all these books? These are all your books?" And I said, "Yeah." And my other daughter up here, she was like, "No, she didn't." And my daughter in the back said, "Yes, she did. Her picture's on the back." And I said, I am an author. I've written 5 books. And, just seeing that, I don't even know why I shared that. I have no idea why I just said that. Not one idea. I don't know. But I started thinking about my little self. And my little self never dreamed of being an author, a writer. Like, she wanted to be a lawyer. I don't even know why she wanted to be a lawyer, but she loved the law, and I still do. I love the law. I guess because I live and operate in a spirit of truth, and the only truth there is spiritual truth. That's it. And so I was sitting here, and I saw the number 155, and I said, something is about to happen. Something is about to change major in my life, and I feel it. I've been feeling it for a couple weeks now. I've had these just overwhelming experiences like I'm having right now, and it's always something coming, right? But I feel like this is it. I feel like this is the end. I passed the test, the final test for this level. And 11 is a master number. 155, if you add them all together. In numerology, when you study numbers, you have to break the number down. So you always trying to get a single digit number, unless it's a master number like 11, 22, or 33. Those are considered master numbers. Why? I have no idea. I don't know, but that's what the field of numerology says. So, hey, the field of science says we have gravity. So, hey, I don't know. I mean, if I go up there, I'm going to fall. So, obviously, it's real. Okay. So, the color orange has been coming out lately. So I don't know who that's for. I just saw an orange. It's just an orange truck just passing in front of me. Nissan 2500 is the number. That's 7. So what I just said is complete. You see, when you live in the realm of the supernatural, as you continue with God, you elevate with God spiritually. And confirmations come quicker, right? That's why Elijah was able to call it and it happened, right? That's a realm. That is a realm that you get to spiritually. But I'll tell you this, you will never get to it in religion. If I would have been able to get to this realm in religion, I would still be in religion. I would still be in Christianity. There was no way I would have gotten to this realm in religion, because religion is in and of itself a system, right? So anyway, I don't know who that was for, but you begin to see what you're saying manifest. You begin to see what you're saying manifest. And I've noticed, see, God is a God of patterns. So I have been having these meltdowns, these just crying, overwhelming crying moments of just overwhelmed with gratitude because of everything, right? And different things. Like, for example, my dream manifested. Like, my dream is manifesting. I am living in my dream right now that is written in one of my books about my marriage. Like, my lips are like super, super white. This weather out here is just so different. Hold up, I normally have my little lip gloss. Hold on. Oh, I'll put this one on. Hold on. Okay, that's better. So anyway, so you start paying attention to the numbers in your life. So what I was just talking about, something getting ready to happen, something new, that was a download. That was an experience with God telling me, okay, this is a new level. This is a new realm. Get ready for the manifestation now. And so then this orange car or truck comes, which when you think about the color orange brings what? Excitement. It also brings caution, right? So you get that, because we live in a world of duality, which means good or bad, right, wrong, yes, no, that kind of stuff. Okay, that's duality. So orange is a very bright color. It's very exciting, but it also could represent caution, right? So that's how you know, okay, yeah, that's spirit. That lines up with truth, right? There's a good, there's a bad, right? Also, it has a feeling to it. When you see orange, you get excited, or you might get like, slow down, hold on, hazards, different, there's construction, there's stuff going on, okay? So that's how you have to look at life, and that's what helps you along the path of freedom, basically. So the number on the back of the car was 2,500. Well, in numerology, remember, when you study or you break the number down to a single digit or a master number, it remains the same. So it was 25. So 5 plus 2 is 7, right? So that's not a master number. So 7 with God represents completion. It's finished. It's done. That's it. No more. Okay? That's what that means. So everything up until the moment of seeing that orange car, that doesn't exist no more. That life, that realm no longer serves me anymore. So I'm in a new realm now, right? So that's how you gauge, that's how you live supernaturally. That's how Elijah, Moses, like the real prophets, that's how they live their lives, the real people of God, not just prophets. And I'll just say this, prophet is a title. That's that's not in the kingdom. In the kingdom, there's ambassadors, there's representatives, right? So there's messengers. Okay. So you got to know the difference between this, this world lingo and kingdom lingo, right? You living in two different realms, two different worlds. So you got to know how to live in both worlds, right? Duality. You have to know how to, right? So just, if you want to start paying attention, pay attention to the numbers that you see every day. That's a start. Pay attention to the numbers that you see every day. Write it down. Just write it down and add the number up until you get a single digit. And if it's not 11, 22, or 33, leave it the way it is. Okay. So if it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then look up the meaning of that number. We all know number 1 means what? The beginning, fresh start. Okay. Independent, leader. Number 2, partnership, duality, relationships. What else does number 2 represent? Duality. I don't know if I said that one. What else does number 2 represent? Commitment. Then you go to number 3. What does 3 represent? Well, 3 is a product of 1 and 2 put together. So you got number 3. Number 3 is the creative. Number 3 is the creativity, the self-expression, the statement makers. So number 3, mind, body, and spirit, right? What else? So you think about 3, everything with God is, he said, out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall his word be established, right? So we know 3 is a witness, okay? 3 is a witness. 4, you go into 4. 4 represents what? What is 4? 4 is like protection. The 4 corners of the earth, north, south, east, west, right? So 4 represents protection, okay? Then you go to 5. What does 5 mean? 5 means favor. Like 5 means just you got favor. 5 signifies change, transition, because it's in the middle of 1 and 10. So that's how you gauge that, okay? Then you got 6. 6 represents humanity, right? 6 is not a bad number. If you study out 6, it means the number of humanity, free will, right? Hold on. That was 6. 7, complete, is finished. No more. 8, new beginnings, abundance, infinity. Number 9, new life, completion. 10, winner. Like this cycle has ended, a new cycle is beginning, right? So that's your core numbers, 1 through 10. That's the core numbers, okay? So you use those to dictate or to understand what God is trying to get to you to understand. So if you have been stuck in your ways for 40 years, I don't even know why I said 40. If you've been stuck in your ways for 40 years and God keeps showing you 555 or 55, God is the spirit realm is trying to tell you it's time to change. It's time to transform. Okay? If you keep seeing 7s everywhere, something it is complete. Something is finished. Okay? If you're, let's just say, I'll give a good example of a relationship. Let's just say you're in a relationship and you and whoever, your partner, get into an argument and y'all call it quits. That's it. You leave, you get in your car, and you notice when you get in your car, the clock says 777. That is the sign from God saying, this is it. This is finished. This is complete. Do not go back. That's what that means. Okay. So that's how people are prospering and moving forward in life, because they're tapping into the spirit, right? They're tapping into the spirit realm. However, just like there's a kingdom of light, there is a kingdom of darkness. Okay. So when you represent the kingdom of light, which I do, you know what the kingdom of darkness is. It's a copycat of the light. It's a copycat of the light. It's a copycat of the truth, because that realm cannot do it. That realm cannot create. Those demonic angels that were whatever happened to them, only God knows the truth. But those what happened with those angels that became bad, I don't have no dealings with those. Because see, there is a such thing as witchcraft. There is a such thing as black magic, white magic. That's demonic. That is demonic. Okay? When you're in the kingdom of light, you don't roll like that. No, you don't deal with stuff, right? Let me just say this personally, okay? Because I have friends that do. I don't burn nothing. I don't do extra stuff. Like, you see some people do, they burn stuff, and I don't know. I don't do those things. Or some people hear from God, they use tarot cards. That is their mode of communication with God. That is none of nobody's business. The only business that I'm responsible for is delivering what God has given me, because there are mentees that are listening to me. I am a teacher. I'm a spiritual teacher. So there are mentees that are listening to me. So sometimes you may not get what I'm saying. That means it's not for you. Okay? Because my voice is assigned to those that are called to my voice, right? That's why God told my husband a couple of years ago, in the middle of the night, he wakes me up and he's like, God said he wants to hear your voice. And I'm like, what? God says he wants to hear your voice. So I know my voice has a vibration to it. And everybody is not for me. That's why I've lost so many people. And not lost, that I'll say that's why I had to leave so many people behind. Because I move and live to the beat of my own drum, to my spirit. My spirit is connected to God. I love God with all of my heart. I am led by God, and I have signs, miracles, and wonders to prove it. So I don't have to prove anything. My life is a testimony. My life, I could give a person a testimony every single day of my life. That's how much my life is a testimony. So you have to understand who you are. You have to get to the point where you know who you are, who you belong to, and why you're here. And it will be made very clear to you if you start paying attention to the angelic assistance that's around you, the numbers around you, the animals around you. Some people have animals that represent different things. God uses any and everything to awaken his children, to get to his children. Okay? So you got to understand that it's up to you. Nobody else is going to make you. Right? You should be sick and tired of being sick and tired and ready for a real change. You should be. But nobody's going to make you. The truth will come, but it's up to you what you do with the truth. Right? So, I didn't cry all morning. It's amazing. This life is absolutely amazing. But I will say this. You got to be specific. See, I didn't know. I knew, but then I didn't know. But I'm forging a path that has never been forged through my family, my lineage. So I'm going to fall. I'm going to mess up. I'm going to do all of that, right? All of that. I'm going to do that. But I'm going to get back up. And I'm going to keep going. Because there's people behind me. And I'm going to go as far as I could go. And like David, after David served his generation, he went to sleep. So after I serve my generation, I'll go to sleep. Right? That's just truth. That's what the truth is. So, well, I don't know. Just being obedient. Have a great day. I hope this helps someone. I know it was for someone. And to that someone, keep going. You got it. Keep going. You're on the right path. I'm with you. As long as you keep coming, I'll stay putting out well, no, that's not true. I'm going to put it out regardless if you come or not. That's not true. If he say put it out, I'm putting it out, right? But love God. And let me just tell you this. You cannot love God until you first love yourself. I know you've been taught love God first. How can you love something else or someone else if you don't love yourself? Because whatever you're giving out, that's what people are receiving. So you can't give out love if you don't have any to give to yourself, right? So you got to spend some time with yourself. You got to discover yourself. You got to go back and see who you really are and not who you have made yourself to be or who people have told you you were. People are people. They're not God. When God speaks, it bears witness with your spirit. There is a check in your spirit like, yes. Like, if you know I'm speaking truth, your spirit is like, yes, yes. That's true. That's what it does. And that's what pulled me away from religion was truth. Truth set me free. That's the truth. It's like when you experience something for the first time, you want to tell everybody about it, right? This ain't a first time for me. This is a first dimension, but this not a first for me. I've lived my entire life like this. But I was contained. And that's the thing about God. God doesn't contain us. God sets us free to do what it is that we want to do. I'm not going to go out and just hurt somebody. Like, all that you got to work. Like, that's not true. God will teach you everything you need to know. I have learned from God, from spirit, and I have learned from man. And that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to learn from each other as well as from your spirit, from yourself, because truth is in you. Let me help you. And I'm getting off. Here we go. How do you know the spirit of truth is in you? How do you know the spirit of truth is in you? Because I keep telling you it's already in you. How do you know, or how do I know that the spirit of truth is still in you? It's very simple. The truth is hidden in plain sight. Pay attention. The truth is hidden in plain sight. I am telling you that the spirit of truth already lives in you, and that you don't need anybody else to get you to the spirit of truth, which is God. Because spirit of truth is already in you, and I'm about to prove it. When you were born, God blew his breath, the Ruach, the Zoe, the spirit of life in you. And if you are watching this, you're breathing. What are you breathing? What is that breath that's in you that is automatically making you stay alive? What is that? That's God. That is the spirit of truth. Because the truth is, take your oxygen away. Hold your nose. Go ahead and don't unplug it. Let's see what happens. I don't have to prove that. That's truth. And that's how truth is. You don't have to prove truth. It is what it is. You gotta come up under it. And you gotta submit to it. You gotta submit to the truth. Because that's what eventually sets you free. So I did not know that this was going to be 25 minutes long. I had no idea. None whatsoever. However, it was very good. It was appointed. It was on time. So I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day. And of course, I'll be posting here and there more encouragement because, hey, that's what I do. All right. Love you all. Bye.